Miami in the 1980s, a city caught between paradise and peril, where the sun seemed to shine a little brighter, but the shadows ran deeper than most could imagine. Sun-drenched beaches hid a darker reality. Tourists flocked to the sand, but just blocks away another Miami existed, one that rarely made the postcards. Poverty and crime festered in the shadows. Crumbling buildings and empty lots told stories of struggle, of families doing whatever it took to get by. This was Bo Diddley's world. He was born into the chaos, raised by the rhythm of the streets. He grew up in Liberty City, a neighborhood where survival was a daily hustle. Every day was a test, and only the sharpest made it through. Bo learned quickly. The streets were his classroom, and the lessons were harsh. He watched, listened, and adapted. Loyalty, ruthlessness, these were the lessons etched onto his soul. Trust was rare, betrayal common, and every friend could become a rival overnight. Teenage Bo was already running small-time scams. He hustled for every dollar, learning the art of the deal from the ground up. Petty theft, selling loose cigarettes, every scheme was a stepping stone, a way to put food on the table and keep hope alive. Each score a small victory against the suffocating grip of poverty. For Bo, every dollar earned was proof he could outsmart the system, if only for a moment. But Bo craved more. He saw the drug trade, the fast money, the power it brought. The allure of quick riches was impossible to ignore. It was a dangerous game, but one he was ready to play. The risks were high, but so were the rewards. And Bo was never one to back down from a challenge. His early days were a blur of street deals and close calls. Police sirens, rival crews, and the constant threat of violence became part of his daily routine. Each risk brought him closer to the top. With every narrow escape, Bo's confidence grew, and so did his ambition. He started to dream bigger, imagining a life beyond the struggle. A life where he called the shots, not just survived them. Bo was ambitious, but he was also smart. He knew brute force alone wouldn't get him far. He studied the game, learning from the older dealers, understanding the flow of drugs and money. He watched every move, memorized every lesson. He was building a reputation, a name whispered with both fear and respect. In Miami's concrete cradle, Bo Diddley was just getting started. The 1990s saw the rise of the cocaine cowboys in Miami. The city, already infamous for its sun-soaked beaches and vibrant nightlife, was quickly becoming the epicenter of a new kind of criminal empire. The streets pulsed with energy, but beneath the neon lights, a dangerous underworld was taking shape. Bo Diddley, now a young man hardened by the streets, seized the opportunity that chaos brought. He was ambitious, driven by a hunger for respect and power that the city seemed to promise to those bold enough to take it. He assembled a crew, loyal soldiers bound to him by trust and fear. Each member brought their own skills. Some were enforcers, others were smooth talkers. All were willing to do whatever it took to survive. They started small, running packages and collecting debts, but Bo had bigger plans. He was always thinking ahead, always looking for the next move that would set him apart from the rest. He saw the potential to control the city's drug trade, to become a kingpin in a world where only the ruthless survived. Miami was a city up for grabs, and Bo was determined to claim it. He made connections with the Colombian cartels, securing a steady supply of cocaine. These alliances were dangerous, but they gave Bo the power and resources he needed to expand his operation. The deals were risky, fraught with danger. Every exchange was a gamble, with millions of dollars and lives hanging in the balance. Double crosses, shootouts, and betrayals were constant threats. Trust was rare, and violence was always just a heartbeat away. Bo navigated this treacherous landscape with cunning and ruthlessness. He learned quickly that hesitation meant death, and he never hesitated. He eliminated his rivals, consolidating his power with each victory. Miami became his playground, a city where his word was law and his enemies feared his name. Bo was flashy, flaunting his newfound wealth with reckless abandon. He wanted everyone to know he had made it, that he was untouchable. Expensive cars, designer clothes, and lavish parties were his trademarks. He lived fast, spending money as quickly as he made it, always chasing the next thrill. He frequented the city's hottest nightclubs, surrounded by beautiful women and envious onlookers. Bo Diddley had arrived, and everyone in Miami knew his name. But his rise was built on a foundation of violence and corruption, a truth he couldn't outrun. The higher he climbed, the more dangerous his world became, and Bo knew that in Miami, every kingpin's reign eventually comes to an end. Bo Diddley's ambition knew no bounds. From the moment he set foot in Miami, he was determined to rise above the rest, no matter the cost. His vision was clear, to build an empire that would stretch far beyond the city's sun-soaked streets. He expanded his empire beyond Miami, setting his sights on new territories. Bo was always thinking bigger, always plotting his next move. He saw opportunity where others saw risk, and he was never afraid to take bold steps. Atlanta, New York, Chicago. Major cities became his new battlegrounds. Each city brought new challenges, but Bo thrived on competition. He sent trusted lieutenants to establish his presence, making sure his influence was felt in every corner. He used the profits from his drug trade to invest in legitimate businesses. Every dollar was a stepping stone, a way to build a fortress of wealth that would shield him from the law. Restaurants, nightclubs, even a construction company, all fronts to launder his dirty money. His empire thrived, growing more sophisticated with each passing year. These businesses became the public face of his operation, hiding the darker truth beneath a veneer of respectability. Bo was a master manipulator, cultivating relationships with corrupt officials and law enforcement. He knew how to buy silence, how to turn enemies into allies, and how to make the system work for him. He stayed one step ahead, using his wealth and influence to evade justice. Surveillance, bribes, and a network of informants kept him untouchable, always out of reach of those who tried to bring him down. His name became synonymous with power and fear. In every city he touched, people whispered about Bo Diddley, both dreading and respecting the shadow he cast. Those who dared to cross him met a swift and brutal end. His enforcers made sure that loyalty was rewarded and betrayal was punished without hesitation. Bo ruled his empire with an iron fist, demanding absolute loyalty and punishing betrayal without mercy. His word was law, and no one dared to question his authority. He was untouchable, a phantom who haunted the corridors of power, leaving a trail of destruction in his wake. In the world of white powder, Bo Diddley was king, and everyone knew it.
Comment down below for part 2.